In the beginning was the Word. Or rather, in what we call the beginning. God spoke into the canvas something we later mistook for time. A single brushstroke of light stretching across the void. And ever since, we've been trying to measure that brushstroke, as though it moves in a straight line, as though it obeys our clocks, as though the eternal can be captured by a Timex. But in the divine singularity, time is not a line. It is a field, a trembling, shimmering ocean of potential, responding to consciousness the way a harp responds to the wind. And somewhere between those strings and that wind, you and I make our choices. We say that time passes, but what if what we have come to call our souls are passing through a great stillness that does not move? What if past, present and future are not three spatial rooms in a hallway, but three energetic notes of a single chord? Always vibrating, always present, waiting on the observer to strike them. This is where physics begins to sound suspiciously like scripture, where Einstein's equations brush up against Genesis, and the prophets and philosophers whisper to the mathematicians, "Come now, let us reason together." But reason itself must now bend, because the new physics is not content with our old assumptions. Enter the double-slit experiment, that tiny cosmic prank God allowed us to stumble upon. A photon, little messenger of light, behaves like a wandering wave until the moment someone looks. Then it collapses into a particle, as if clearing its throat and saying, "Oh, you're watching? Let me get my act together." Observation changes outcome. Consciousness shapes reality. Measurement alters destiny. This is not metaphor. This is physics. And yet it is also the oldest sermon ever preached. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Is this something that we are just now coming to really start to grasp? What might that mean to our future perceptions of time? And honestly, what might it mean to our place as creators made in our Creator's image? But that's a digression on my part, for sure. Although a very thought-stimulating one. So, what is time, if not the stage on which consciousness chooses its next note? What if the so-called future exists as a shimmering sea of probabilities, not yet collapsed, not yet fixed, waiting for the observer, the chooser, the soul, to step into the story and say, "I will go this way"? Free will is not the rebellion of man against God. It is the divine gift of participation, the divine privilege of aligning our perception and our conscious souls with one path among many waves. And light, real light, the kind that comes from the Eternal One, who is light itself, is what allows our consciousness to see the field in the first place. Without light, there is no sight. Without sight, no choice. Without choice, no love. And God is love. So yes, time, consciousness, light and free will are not four separate doctrines. They are one braided cord, a divine tether drawing us toward the singularity of all love. Maybe the real reason time feels strange now, faster, thinner, sometimes collapsing in on itself, is because the divine singularity is drawing near, because the field is tightening, because the observer behind all observers is stepping closer to the stage. And perhaps the end of time is not an ending at all. but the moment we finally realize that time was never the ruler, only the servant. A servant preparing the way for the one in whom all moments meet, the Alpha, the Omega, the ever-present now of the I am that I am.